All right, guys, welcome to Trading with Meatball. And you come here for the banger plays, so I'll give them to you up front. But we're going to talk about later in the video some of the mistakes and the mental game. And if you want to get good at trading stocks, I'd suggest you watch the whole video. But I know this is what you come here for, so here it is. Going into Monday, you can play puts or calls on the SPY if it goes down by the puts, okay? But the GCT looks pretty strong. Giga Cloud took a shift from 34 down to 24 and right back to my trend line on the 1 hour chart. Now we draw lines on charts. That's what our channel is about. I want you to draw lines on your own charts so that you don't need me and you don't need anybody else. Okay. I don't sell anything. I have a Discord, but I took the link down off my Twitter profile. I just wanted a handful of guys to trade with. And I have a handful of guys to trade with now because waiting is the hardest part, guys. Here's the BYND, and this is my other banger play. It seems to be stronger than the market, and it had a dip on the 5 minute. Here's today, and it came right back. This thing's looking strong, and if you zoom out, always zoom out. She can go as high as she wants to. Okay, she's been coming down a long time, and now it's starting to curl up. You got earnings on Tuesday. Calls are cheap. Okay. So there's a couple banger picks for you. I've been making some good money on the Mara, so let's take a look at this. And I bought puts today, but you could have turned around and bought the calls just as easily. Let's take a look at it. Oh, that piece of shit. Okay. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Hang on. We'll look at it on this one, okay? All right. So let's look at the 5 minute on the Mara. And there's our puts right here, okay? And it was leaving one of my zones on the 15 minute. You can see it leaving the zone. This is why we draw lines in charts, okay? Over here, this is on the 20th when it comes down off this zone, okay? And then I sell it when it gets to the next zone. Well, today I was on the 5 minute and it was coming down off this purple line, which is the 90-day moving average. Let's get rid of the volume so you can see that. I'm just an old man trading stocks and I give the knowledge away for free because I got tired of the scammers, okay, guys? There's a lot of them. So as it came down, it was chopping, but then it started giving up the ghost. And I said, well, I figured it was going to go right through my zone. And we don't put a lot on Twitter anymore, but I put that on Twitter last night that I thought it would, if it went to this zone, it would go, through. If it lost this zone, is what I said. That's right. I said if it lost this zone right here at 23, it would go to 22 easily. But I played it going into the zone, and then I sold it when it hit the zone. And man, that was a double, guys. Almost exactly a double. I think I bought it 24 and I sold it contracts for 47. Almost an exact double in 10 minutes or something. It's two candles. It's a 5 minute chart. Um, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look to be honest with you. Where did I sell it? I don't know. It was in the zone or at the top of the zone. It was a tough day for me. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But I did not play the reversal, and that's what I want to talk to you about. When it comes back out of the zone with these green candles and it gets back up and it crosses the 20-day moving average, which is the yellow line, that's a setup for calls, man. And trying to catch the bottom, it could be chop, but as it crosses the 20, that's an entry for calls and it paid well if you took it. And I wasn't trading today. I wasn't, and that's because of the mental game, and we'll talk about that, okay? My family hates me. They won't even talk to me because I do this. And I quit my fancy government job and took the divorce and sold the house, and this is what I do, and they hate me for it. And I've taken a lot of hate in the last, oh gosh, it's been a 10 months, I guess. And my best friends call me a loser. My family won't even talk to me. Even my children won't email me back now. And they're grown. They have lives of their own. They're busy, but nobody wants to talk to the old man. So if you give us a like on the video, maybe I'll keep making them, but I really don't give a shit at this point. My account is up 300% in the last 3 weeks, guys. Okay. Yeah. And you can join us for free in the Discord if you want to. We have a watch list right here, and I post my picks for the day. And you can see I like BYND, Snow, and Mara for Monday. Okay. But it's free if you want to join us. And we have a free voice channel. Yep. And you can talk to me if you want to. There's some nasty posts on Twitter. Let's talk about the mental game. Mental game is the hardest, guys, and the waiting is the secret, okay? And that's why I created the Discord, so I have people to wait with. And today I just didn't give a shit. And I rolled the dice at the open on a stupid trade and lost money because I didn't stick to my plan. And I've only had two red days in the last 3 weeks. And one of them I lost $30 and the other one was like $48 or something. Now I'm an old man with a small account, but still it didn't hurt me at all. And I've been green every day for 3 weeks, basically, except for those two little days. And then today I just didn't give a shit. Why? Because I let somebody get in my head, okay? Don't listen to other people, and you don't need anybody, guys. I wish I could go back to the desert where I spent 6 months, isolated myself to figure this out. And I wish I could just isolate myself on a desert island and not talk to anybody or anything and just stare at the charts. Because if you get people out of your head and you just look at the chart tells you what to do. But there's some nasty posts on Twitter. I won't be posting a lot on Twitter anymore. People bragging about SMCI or Nvidia, but it was the same people um, telling you not to short MCI, SMCI. They told you to buy it every day, and right here, and then the next day bragging about how much money they made off the puts. And I respect some of these people. This is a smart lady. I like her. Okay, but I was telling people shut the fuck up and spread knowledge, not hate. Okay, and telling everybody not to short SMCI, and then the next day you're bragging about how much money you made off the puts. Yeah, I don't know. Did you ruin someone's life? I don't know. I feel bad when I put something on there and it doesn't run. But the spy, it says right here, never forget you're playing musical chairs. You can see that this is a couple days ago, um, and they dumped it hard, and then they ran it back up 3.5 points in 15 minutes. Okay, that's violence in the last 15 minutes, and how many people got faked out and how many people made or lost money. It's musical chairs, guys. And so what works for me is to take profits over and over and over. Okay, I gave them a CVNA, and I told everybody it had a tiny float. I told them the same thing on ARM right here. I told them the same thing on ARM, and I told them the same thing on SMCI. Very tiny floats, and they squeezed and they ran. Not a single like was given. And so there's a lot of experts, so-called experts on Twitter, and they're claiming credit for shit after it happens. That's what they're experts at. And they show you a big rocket emoji and a 400% gain, and you have to pay to join their Discord, or you don't get those, right? They should. What about the 15 trades or the 10 trades they took that didn't work out? They're not telling you about those, right? They're not telling you those. Okay. You can do this for yourself, guys. If you draw the lines and the zones on the charts, okay, and then you just follow the chart. Now, you notice I have Mara, it's marked green because it's tested 24. It's gone through 24. Now it's retested 24. It went up. Now it's retested it again. If it fails 24, I'll put it back to red. Okay. But if you zoom out to the daily, and we've been trading Mara a long time, it's okay if you don't like my chart. You draw your own fucking charts. All right. But Mara is in this channel, this big channel on the daily. Okay. And now she's getting really violent. Okay. And so I like it because you can buy the puts or the calls just as easily. Okay. But as it goes through our channel, it doesn't have to come to the bottom of the channel, but it is an upward channel. And so as it goes up, it's not going to go straight up. But just interesting that when you draw lines on charts and you go to make a trade, if it's close to one of your lines like this right here, it failed my trend line. And you notice that's where I entered the puts on the 20th. It failed my trend line. It also was leaving one of my zones. And so it chopped a little bit, and I gritted my teeth for 10 or 15 minutes, but boom, it went. Okay, so draw lines on charts. It helps you decide. It's just another tool in your toolbox to help you decide when to get in or get out. But it adds conviction and confidence to the trades. And the zones are awesome because you see how it respects the zone and it chops along the zone. And this one went up, and then it rejected just short of the zone. And then when it crossed a 20-day moving average, it was probably in the cards it was going to go down. And sure enough, she opened down the next morning. So it helps, guys. It's just a little witchcraft for you. Have a good weekend. Don't listen to people that tell you that you can't do this because you can. God bless you guys.